Hi, thanks for joining me on my market report. My name is Mike, and my market report is on mortgage rates. We discuss what's impacting mortgage rates on a daily basis, whether it might come from the economic calendar, come from headline news, or sometimes even geopolitical. And then sometimes it gets even confusing out there when sometimes good news is now bad news and vice versa. So that's a shift in the market sentiment, and we try to give the explanation of what's behind those thought process and what's why the good news is now bad news and vice versa, and try to give you some of the information you might be seeking to make an informed decision for yourself. You could be out there looking to refinance or purchase, and might be looking for information on rates. You might be thinking about locking in or holding off, and hopefully these videos will provide you that information. Or you could be in the industry just kind of seeking uh, updates as to what's going on out there. A little bit about myself is I am a loan officer. I do work with a national lender, so we do loans in all 50 states. I would love to earn your business if you guys are looking to refinance or purchase, so please reach out. We'd love to give you guys that pre-approval and finance the next property or run the numbers and hopefully give you a good deal on a refinance. So again, please reach out. But more than that, we'd like to be a resource. So if you guys got questions about anything, we'd love to be able to answer for you. Yeah, so please reach out. So without further ado, we'll jump right into today's report. We'll start off with the economic calendar. Every Thursday, we get the jobless claims released, and last week it was revised slightly higher from 184,000 people applying for unemployment to 185. Forecast for this week was 180,000. Came in right on the dot to expectations at 180,000. So as you can see here, we're seeing a drop in continued claims, which is good news. Last week's was revised slightly lower, and even with that slightly lower revision, it still dropped from that. So that's good news there. Last but not least, we got a big one this week. This is probably our second most important data being reported today, and that is the GDP for this is the initial one for the first quarter. Last quarter was like at 6.9%, and forecast was going to be right around 1%. But however, first quarter we showed contraction of 1.4%, so that came in as a surprise to a lot of people, and that did have an impact on the market. 7-year note did just okay. Just did okay. That had just the auction just happened probably about 40 minutes ago, and the results came out. It was just okay one, I guess. It was a little disappointing, but didn't have too much impact on the markets here. So we'll kind of go over this. Here's mortgage-backed securities. Uh, we're down currently about 11 basis points, but we were down much further down, about 30 basis points earlier in the day, and since have kind of been subsiding a bit. So um, pricing did worsen a bit, and depending on when the lender came out with the pricing, some lenders may come out with a little bit better pricing. However, that better pricing will still be probably a little bit worse than yesterday's close, the pricing we got yesterday, just because it was only we were so far down, and usually about impacts right around 12 basis points. Once you get above 12 basis points is when it kind of impacts pricing or interest rates. So, and that's because you're talking about 1/8. So just take that for what it is. But if this continues to trend to pullback, here's the volatility here. As soon as that GDP hit at about 5:30 in the morning, you can see it dropped. It was down about, again, 30 basis points. It starts subsiding a little bit, and it came down a little bit again. And then since then, about a little after 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, it started coming back up a little bit here, subsiding. Again, unless we can keep that trend and show some improvement, which I'm not sure if we'll get that quite yet, uh, but in any case, I think we'll be fine right here. Um, but pricing should be a little bit better than earlier on when the market first opened, which is more East Coast lenders. Here on the West Coast, we're probably going to be closer to, um, well, again, if you look at this around 9 o'clock, we had some impact. So the West Coast usually kind of gets pretty close around the 9 o'clock roughly, and we did have a drop here. So depending on this time period, when they came out the rate sheets, we could show some improvement or about the same as rates could show about the same. Hope that makes sense there for you folks. Look at the 10-year Treasury. We did see that jump up above this next level here, and we're seeing right about 2.8, just round up 2.87 range right now. So we were in the 2.7s, Now we're back up in the 2.8s right now. All right. So lastly, we'll take a look at the average conforming loan rate, mortgage for rate for conforming loan limit, and these do have points built into them. So a 30-year fix is now at 5.3, and a 15-year is now at 4.72. So just so again, if you didn't catch that, 5.3 for the 30-year fix. So these are averages. They do have points built into them. So if you guys would like a rate quote, please reach out. We're here to help you guys out. Meanwhile, if you guys like these videos, please help us out. We'd greatly appreciate if you guys can like and share our videos. Would helps give us a little bit more exposure. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.